let's get started with LOL Mew2King stories. These are pretty good ones. And we're gonna start obviously with the number six, which we are gonna call, oh fuck, fully rested. Fully rested. So pretty much all these stories happens in 2014 when Mew2King, Zero, and I travel together. Fully rested is a story when we were at Sky's house. For a big portion of the summer, like me, Zero, Mew2King, we were gonna practice a lot of melee for MLG, for Evo, CEO, like all these important events, right? And Mew2King's sleep schedule was literally fucked up the entire summer. It was fucked up the entire summer. Like me and Zero, we had a pretty normal one. We woke up at a good hour. We started we're eating breakfast. We're starting practicing pretty early. Mew2King always woke up between 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's when he woke up. Or no, actually 2 a.m. would have been too normal for him. It was 9 p.m. to midnight. That's when he woke up. And it was really hard partly to organize the practice because Mew2King had opposite hours from what Zero and I had. And so yeah, it was just really bad, to be honest. But at one point during the summer, this is one night out of 2 months, he actually fall asleep at a decent hour. He falls asleep at 10 p.m. And me and Zero are oh, sick, then maybe he's gonna wake up at a good hour tomorrow. 30 minutes later, he actually wakes up. He's sitting at the bed, and he's I'm fully rested. I'm fully rested. And then he stays awake until I don't know, noon, 2 p.m. the next day, and then his sleep schedule is equally as fucked up again. So we had 30 minutes of faith. 30 minutes of faith, and then Jason just straight up destroyed it. It was so stupid. That was so stupid. Fucking Mew2King. The thing is also, it was so annoying because the entire summer, in a lot of the tournaments, he was oh, I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. He sat out of multiple tournaments at 2, 3 p.m. And it's dude, you're supposed to play tournament. You're supposed to play singles, pools, bracket. That was frustrating. But yeah, that one, I ranked that one as the number 6 out of these stories. The number 5, we're gonna call $700. So this one was also summer of 2014. It was pretty close. It was pretty close to either MLG or Evo. I don't remember which one. I think it was pretty close to Evo. So Evo 2014. And again, Mew2King, Zero, and I were in pretty serious mode about practicing. The tournament is coming up soon. And Mew2King, for some reason, he want to go to this local in SoCal that has melee, PM, and a very small event for Brawl as well, if I remember correctly. It might have been only melee and PM. And I told Mew2King, dude, you should not go to this tournament. You're gonna earn almost nothing because the entrance list was looking very bad, and it was $5 to enter as well. Might have been less than 5 for teams even. But the point is, he was gonna earn, I told him, at most $150. At most $150. But probably roughly 100. And he told me, no, I'm gonna earn $700, $700 or $800. I'm pretty sure it was 700. He was so confident he was gonna earn a $700, and I was dude, you're thinking short term here. One placement at Evo, if you take second instead of third, for example, or first instead of second, it's gonna be way more than these $100. But he was so confident that it was gonna be at least $700. I was I can't convince this guy. I told him we should just practice here. It's more beneficial for you, for me, for Zero, for everyone. But he was nope, $700. And to no surprise, he went to this tournament. He was gone for the entire day. He comes back home in the evening, and the first thing when he comes back home, I ask him, how much money did you make? I think he told me like 110 or something, but with gas entrance fee, it literally came down to a fucking $70. So this story was literally how $700 turned into $70. And I was just like smiling and shaking my head at the same time. It was like, it's so funny, but so frustrating at the same time. So yeah, I do not really believe it was worth $70, but maybe it was. Maybe it was. And then the next story is gonna be cookies and milk. Cookies and milk. This one I actually wasn't there for the entire story. So it's not gonna be like super in detail. But this was also at Sky's house, and is a little bit related to the story number 6. Like Mew2King's sleep schedule was really bad, right? So no one really paid attention to what Mew2King was eating. Like, since he woke up when everyone else basically was about to go to sleep, no one really paid attention to what Mew2King was eating during the days. And I remember I came back from the gas station one of the days, and Mew2King is actually standing in the kitchen, and yo, Lil Brown SJ, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Armada. But like, Mew2King, he's actually standing in the kitchen, and he has like pain in his stomach, and I see like, I think it's Sky and some other people living in the house. They're like next to Jason, and they're like, what's the problem? And for the past like 2-3 days, all he had been eating was Oreo cookies and drinking milk. So he had like a lot of pain, which was like, I don't know. I felt bad for the guy, but I probably missed out like on the most crazy part. But the funny thing is, actually, I was talking with Ciaro like 2 days ago. Like, we were talking about old stories and like fun stuff over the summer in 2014, or just random stuff, crazy stuff. And Ciaro actually, he reminded me of this story. But the crazy part is that in 2013, literally the same thing happened, but even worse. Even worse. Which was actually pretty crazy for me. But yeah, cookies and milk, Oreo edition takes this list number 4. So yeah, this was a pretty crazy summer, guys. Number 3 is Baby Jason. So Baby Jason, this was CEO 2014. So we were gonna go back to Captain Crunch's place. Captain Crunch that summer was housing Mew2King, Zero, and I, and also like Amsa, more Japanese players and stuff. So we were gonna drive back home to Captain Crunch. But before that, we were gonna go to, I believe it was Burger King or something like that, one of these burger places. And the thing is, everyone was really tired at this point. It was pretty late. Everyone just wanted to go to bed, but we needed some food first, right? We needed some food first. And everyone orders the food, and we get our food. We're sitting in the car. And Mew2King noticed that he gets a medium fries or a small fries instead of like the big one. And he tells like Captain Crunch, oh, I need to go in, like, I need to pick up my big fries. And Captain Crunch told him like, no, we're not going in. Everyone is tired. You're going to be fine with a medium fries. You're going to be fine. But Mew2King was like, no, I have to go in and pick up my big fries. Captain Crunch was reading Mew2King's movements pretty solidly here. He locked the door to the car in advance, and then Mew2King tries to open the car door, and he noticed that the car is locked. Like, he can't get out. And the thing is, everyone else also supported this decision by Captain Crunch because we were so tired. But Mew2King, he like, I want to get out. And then, all of a sudden, he starts doing this weird ass sound. And everyone in this car just starts laughing so much. And then Mew2King starts laughing as well, a lot. And then he's just like punching the person sitting next to him, which I think was Zero. But he was like, wah, like a little baby. It was so funny. Like, everyone went from like tired and annoyed to just so much happiness. It was crazy. It was crazy. So, Baby Jason takes third place in the LOL Mew2King stories. Second is Jason becomes a Falcon main. So second on this list, this is actually the only story from this list that isn't from the summer of 2014. This one is actually from Big House 4. So after Big House 4, we Jide Store, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Armada. So yeah, this was Big House 4. After a tournament, people end up drinking, partying a little bit, and at some point during the evening, we're a bit tipsy, we're a bit drunk, all of that. I don't remember exactly, but for some reason, I probably had a part in this. I probably did. Mew2King, gets convinced that he's gonna turn into a Falcon main in real life. So Mew2King is gonna jump around and doing knees in real life. The best part with this story was when he was gonna try to knee a good friend of mine, Gamero, or Two Shades, as he's also called. So Mew2King he's aiming for a Gamero, right? He sees target, he's jumping, he believes he can fly, he goes for the knee, and Gamero is one step ahead here as well. So he spot dodge in real life, and Mew2King just fly into the wall. He flies into the wall and get a little bit hurt. Nothing too bad. He actually stands up right away, pretty much. But that shows that Smash Bros in real life might not be the best idea. And my favorite story from this summer of Smash is... Wait. This is my favorite story from the summer. The Police is Coming is what I decided to name this one. So this was Evo 2014 at the hotel. So Zero, Mew2King, and I, our ride back to Sky's house, it was miscommunications and a lot of that. So the thing is, the night before, after top 8, once again, people were partying, drinking, and stuff like that. And our ride was we didn't know when our ride would show up. And I was super tired. Mew2King was super tired. We had to check out from our hotel. Somehow, Zero asked one of the people working at the hotel if we can borrow a room until our ride is showing up. Zero is trying to organize, texting this person that's gonna drive us back to Sky's house. He doesn't get any responses, but in the meantime, he gets us a room at the hotel, like for free. Um, so we're there in that room. Like I'm sleeping, Mew2King is sleeping, and it goes hours and hours, right? And at some point, Zero comes back with food. He comes back with some pizza, I think, and he wakes us up. And Mew2King is too tired, so he want to sleep, right? But I felt like a little bit of food could be good to eat, right? So I take a slice of pizza before going back to bed, and hours pass by. Both me and Mew2King are still sleeping, and Zero comes into the room, and he's like, "Yo, Adam, Jason, wake up! The police is on the way." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what happened?" It was crazy. It was like we were in some crazy movie, right? Like we were waking up, and the police is supposed to like arrive in this room very soon, and Jason, like, no reaction from him. So I'm like, "Jason, wake up!" And he wakes up, and we tell him like the police is on the way. We need to go out. The thing is, the reason why the police was apparently on the way here was because this room we were not technically allowed to have the room. The thing is, Zero asked one person in the hotel staff if we could have the room, and they was like, "It's okay." But a few hours later, Zero filled man, another person working at the hotel supposed to clean this room showed up, and she was like, "Wait, why are you guys here? The room is supposed to be empty." And Zero tried to like tell her that it was okay. The manager for the hotel was totally fine with us staying there. To no surprise, this cleaning staff checked with the manager or something, and she comes back and tells Zero, "If you guys are not out within 5 minutes, I will call the police." So that's how the police became part of this story, right? And so we're trying to like, get Jason to understand this. We need to get out of this room very, very fast. This is when Mew2King noticed that it's pizza left in the room, right? Because he wasn't eating his slices earlier. So he's sitting on the ledge or edge of the bed, and he's starting to eat pizza. And me and Zero is like, "What the fuck? Like, Jason, grab your stuff. We need to leave right now. The police is on the way." And he's just sitting there, like, taking a bite of his pizza. Everything is peaceful. And eventually we manage to drag him out of the room. And the police never actually shows up. It was probably more of an empty threat. But it was just so funny how Mew2King, instead of actually just walking out of the room, which would have been taking like 15 seconds, he was camping on the ledge of the bed. So he's not only the master of the ledge in Melee, he's also a master of the ledge in real life. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy summer. It was a pretty crazy summer, to say the least. And it's probably another like 10 stories that I don't remember, like, that I might remember if I try to think more about it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.